Welcome back to episode 59 of the 5 Minute Major podcast of STL, presented by Across the Board Games, in partnered with Gateway Sports, Yell STL, and Skate STL. We are happy to be back. We have a great episode planned here for you today with a great interview as well. STL boy, you'll hear from him here in a little bit. But before we get going, let's talk about Across the Board for a moment. Across the Board provides high quality board games in the local St. Louis area where you can get handcrafted games that are delightful. My family got them for holidays this year for me. You can visit their locations at West County Mall, Frontenac Mall, Crestwood location off Watson Road. Stop by it and say Josh and Mike sent you in, or you can go to their website at shop.atbgame.com and you can subscribe to an email where they will send you 20% off on your first order. They are a great company, St. Louis owned, St. Louis operated, great family, even better people, and they'll take care of you like they're your family. Okay. Also, be sure to check out gatewaysports.net. We are featured as their hockey podcast on their website. They cover all sports of all ages and age groups. Make sure to hop on there, listen to their podcast. They got some great podcasts going. You can get your Cardinals news, your wrestling news, your high school football news, anything you're looking for. Gatewaysports.net is the website to go to.
Also, make sure you check out YellSTL at yellstl.com. They have the best upcoming events in St. Louis. They even have a calendar page that shows you exactly what is happening on that date. So you literally have no stress of figuring it out. It's amazing. They feature our podcast too. I write for them on occasion. It's very nice. And if I think they're dropping an app soon. So if they're dropping the app, go make sure you check that out.
It should be out soon.
And utilize that there. It's a great little thing for your St. Louis events. And then, of course, we wanted to shout out Skate STO. We haven't in a while, but they are like doing really well. Shout out to Augie. They're just building like really healthy habits and long-lasting memories for all ages through skating and all sports, just healthy activities. It's great. If you want to do like a roller skating event at your school or anywhere, you just hit them up via phone call or their website is skatestl.com. He brings the skates to you. And it's amazing. It's like a mobile roller skating event thing. It's incredible. And he does it full time now. So shout out to Augie and Brandon. And I believe in the future, they're going to try and build some sort of facility, like literally a building where you can go and skate and do outdoor activities and stuff like that. So shout out Skate STL. Make sure you check them out. And yeah, Josh and I we're a little flustered. You can just tell by that ad read. We just had a great interview. I can't believe we just talked to our first NHL player. Seriously surreal, super cool. Down to earth guy. We can't wait to show it to you. But first, let's talk about some NHL news. Just real quick. Sergei Fedorov, number retired. Well deserved.
Yep.
Heck of a player. Played defense and forward. That's how good he was. And the Red Wings came out for warmies wearing like the old school white Nike skates.
Yeah.
So sick. We need more skate swag in the league.
Yeah.
And I love to see that. Going a little bit south and east to Ohio, Columbus, they fired their head coach, Dean Evison. I can't believe it.
Columbus is in a weird spot this year. It's the name of the game there, it feels like, as of late.
Yeah, they can't keep up.
No, but so much potential on that roster. Very much like a Blues roster where you have players that just aren't playing to their potential whatsoever.
Yeah.
Besides Zach Werenski, but Zach Werenski can't carry the whole freaking team.
Yeah.
So Rick Bowness comes in. I think he's going to bring that veteran presence they need behind the bench. But it's also one of those things that's a never-ending cycle of just wash, rinse, repeat with coaches. So Is he going to really change it? We'll see. I don't know if he's going to be the coach of the future or they're going to look at some other names come off season.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big change. And
Yeah.
for a team that's struggling, I mean, they need it, man. Bonus even came in and said they've been stuck in this spot. Like they need
Yeah.
to get out of it. So he
Yeah.
knows the name of the game. He's ready. He's excited. So we'll see how the team reacts, if they even react. I mean, they still need pieces to compete in that
Yeah.
East. The East is so competitive right now; it's wild. And them and Ottawa are kind of at the bottom, trying to figure it out, but they're just struggling big time. Speaking of Ottawa, they signed James Reimer to a 1-year deal to fill in. Olmark's still not with the team. Their other goalies have been brutal.
Yeah, it was a tough
So
game on Saturday. I was at that one.
it's just a tough situation overall for the Sens. Just a lot of media backlash, some crazy stories that we don't really need to get into in detail, but it's just like stupid stuff that people, formulate online, and it turns
The
into
the,
some
the
big
Twitter
thing. We have to,
warriors are out in full
yeah,
force.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't think like the locker room's disassembled in any way. I think it's just a really weird time for them trying to figure it out, and their goaltending just has not been good. Like,
No.
they just haven't been able to win games because of it. So, um, still a lot of time, but everyone's playing way better than them, so they got to figure it out. Maybe Reimer can help, but I think he was kind of bad in like his little warmy game.
I think he actually looked pretty well in the minors, I think.
Pittsburgh, they signed Lazat to a 3-year extension. You mentioned this guy as a potential like bottom six pickup for the Blues. I like him. He's a grinder. He puts
Yeah.
up 20 points or whatever, wins face-off, so good for him. Pittsburgh's kind of in a weird spot. They kind of need to add, but should they? I don't know. Um, we'll see.
I, I still was very surprised that with what's all going on with these signings, it's just a very interesting time of year for
Yeah,
signing these extensions and with what's
it's
going on with these teams.
it's extra weird because the season is so tight, and then you get the 3-week break. So it's like,
Yeah,
what's happening? Where's the trade deadline at? I don't know. Um, Tampa, they're on a 10-game win streak going into tonight. Good for them. I mean, Cooper has to win Coach of the Year.
yeah. I mean, I truly, Cooper is the coach of coaches right now.
He's been that for like 10 years, and he still hasn't won a Jack Adams, which is wild. And then the Leafs are on a 10-game point streak. Are they back? I don't know. Big Poppy's back,
Yeah.
though. He's been scoring crazy. Nylander's looked good since he's come back, but I still don't like him. I do think this Leafs team is good enough to compete in the playoffs. They just need to add a defender, and then keep the like Joseph Wool's been unreal.
Yeah.
So he needs to stay healthy. Running through Connor McDavid, 19-game point streak. This guy, whatever. Just another day in the office for McJesus. He looks like a man amongst boys, just like McKinnon.
Yeah, those two, like
They're
they
not
are
from Earth.
no, and it's those two guys are the players that will like look back and be like, "Wow, we were watching that." Just like the players that started or the people that watched Crosby and Ovechkin when they were young.
Exactly. That's so true.
So it's wild to think of, and I think McDavid's only getting better.
Which is gross to think about.
Yeah,
I can't
but
believe someone like that could get better.
will he win a cup? Will he win a cup in Edmonton?
No.
I think he's gonna have to leave to go win.
I'm still on the train that he's going somewhere else after this contract's up. Still on it. He's not just going to
LA.
keep taking bridge deals to stay in Edmonton.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, I don't know. They're not I don't know. New York?
He's gonna follow the pathway of Gretzky.
Maybe. That'd be so fun.
Part of me wonders if he would do like a smaller tier market.
Like Johnny Gaudreau kind of did.
Yeah.
Columbus, maybe he heads to like a
Carolina.
Carolina, heads to Tampa.
Oh, please don't go to Tampa.
Heads to Tampa or Florida, heads to
No.
heads to Nashville, heads to Utah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he'll do.
Yeah, me
But
too.
the other news is Buffalo will be hosting the 2026 NHL Draft.
Yeah, good for them. They need it up there. The team's a wagon. Let's see who they draft in person. The fans will be there. That's for sure.
It's not in person again.
Oh, what?
They're doing the remote like they did with the Sphere, where it's
When did that get announced?
They said last draft. They said they were gonna next year's draft was gonna be the same as this year, where it's like the Skype call.
It's so bad, bro.
It's bad
for the viewers. It's bad for the kids. I guess they probably don't care too much.
I don't know. That was the thing about the NHL draft I liked so much.
Oh yeah, you went up there, you put your jersey on, you shook the hands with the GM. Like there's alumni there. You know what I mean? I don't know, but good for Buffalo. The city's buzzing right now with sports, and they deserve it for sure. Speaking of Buffalo, it's time for our interview. First NHL player. We're beyond excited. We're still flustered from it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Hopefully we can keep banging them out like this. But here we go. Please enjoy our most recent interview with Mr. Josh Dunne of the Buffalo Sabres. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We have a very, very special guest today. He was born and raised in St. Louis, just outside of St. Louis in O'Fallon. He's played across multiple leagues, including the USHL, the AHL, and currently the NHL. He's a former AAA Blue and now Buffalo Sabre, Mr. Joshua Dunne. Round of applause.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, we're super excited to get you on the podcast and kind of talk about your journey in hockey and kind of where it's gone. For those of you that have tuned in, we did have his sibling. He is from a heavy hockey family, and we will talk about that. So Josh is the second Dunne to join our podcast, and we're happy to have it. Well, let's keep working our way through the family here because it's hockey runs in their blood for sure. But we'll kind of jump in. So born and raised in St. Louis, what was it like growing up in St. Louis and the hockey community? Because we're seeing a lot of players come out of St. Louis and play collegiate and play college and professional. And what was it like?
Yeah, a couple different things that stood out for me was it's actually a really big roller hockey community. And so that's how actually I got into the game at first. My parents never played hockey. So I started off with roller hockey, and then all my sisters got involved as well because they said, like, hey, this looks like fun. And so we got involved in roller hockey, and then the community was just the St. Louis community has just been so supportive of like one another and helping each other in the roller hockey. And then when I switched to ice, it's the same way. So I was lucky enough to play for like the AAA Blues when I got to like my U12 year, and we had Jeff Brown as my coach, who was a former Blue and an alumni. And I think the alumni have given so much back to the youth programs in St. Louis, and they've really the Blues, and I know CarShield now, they're investing a lot of money and time and effort into St. Louis hockey, and there's a lot of big people who've made it who are coming back to help, and I think that's the big thing. They're just lending so much knowledge and just helpfulness in time that has allowed more and more players to be like, I guess, produced from the Blues, and obviously with the success of the Blues as well, and more kids are playing now. And when I go back in St. Louis every year, it's crazy. So it's just taken off, and it's so exciting to see because it's an awesome community. It's super tight knit, and everyone's looking out for one another. So yeah, I'm proud to be from there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's actually crazy how big the roller community is. Like, I know Pat Maroon has talked about it. That's kind of how he kind of came up too. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about the AAA Blues because your team was actually awesome. You had Joseph Woll in that, and I think you had Trent Frederick was on your team as well, and Brady. So what was it like growing up with those guys and playing with them?
I'm going to name drop a couple more just because we're on it. But I had, Clayton Keller was on that team too.
Oh, yeah.
Logan Brown, a lot more D1 guys as well, like Ty Farmer, Brandon Pichelli. Zach Solo came in for a couple of years. And so like we had so many good players. And so for me, I wasn't I was probably behind development wise at that age, and so it was fun though. Every day, like the practices were so competitive, they were so good. I gotta learn from some really good players at a young age, and we all pushed each other really hard, and it was an awesome group of people. So I'm really excited to see like where these guys are now, and it was just very fortunate for me to have a group like that and have a coach like that to really push me at a young age and kind of instill a lot of traits. And yeah, it was fun though. Like we would play and we wouldn't lose many games at all. So like we would go to like there's probably like 3 or 4 teams we'd lose to like my entire like time growing up. So it was fun to be a part of. But the practices were so fun too and so competitive. So just a great group of guys, and yeah, very fortunate to be a part of that team.
Yeah,
Are you
amazing.
still do you still talk with some of those guys from that team since you're all kind of playing on different teams, but you're all still in the grind together? Do you still keep in touch with any of them from back home?
Yeah, I definitely try to. And then in the summers, I'll see them a lot of the time in St. Louis, and some of us will train together still. And then obviously with the NHL schedule, you kind of play everybody. So I've been able to see a lot of these guys and say hi to them. Played Cunnin last night. Played Frederick a couple weeks ago. Played Keller a couple weeks ago as well. So it's fun to see these guys and kind of check in on them, and they're all great. So it's fun to see. Like I said, it's fun to see St. Louis kind of take off and continue to grow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, when you trade with them, is the level of compete the same as it was, I guess, growing up? And like, have you kind of fed off their games and kind of learned new things? And have you taught them some things, maybe?
Yeah, I mean they're probably teaching me more than I'm teaching them for sure. But I've learned a lot from them growing up, and I'm still learning right now. Like I try to learn from everyone I play with
Yeah.
and play against, and so for me it's just I love that part of it, and I think that's the cool part with hockey. It's such a dynamic sport that you can always continue to learn, and I think to get to the level that these guys are, it takes some sort of like it takes a competitiveness and a drive that really pushes these guys. So like yeah, they just work so hard to get to this level, and I mean everyone here. It's just they all work very hard, so it's fun for me to like watch them, learn from them, try to pick up things, and try to grow my game and round my game out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Kind of talking about the work ethic. I know your siblings all play hockey. Was the work ethic that seems to just be a very common theme with your family with talking with them and everyone that you guys are just the engine's always running. Did you get that from your parents? Was what about growing up together helped develop that aspect of your game? Like you're always wanting to get better.
Yeah. I think my parents were a very big part of that. For us, like everything we did, they wanted us to do our best, the best that we could for however our standard was in that regard. But it was never kind of to have to do anything. It was always to go full out. And then we were very competitive as well. Like it was kind of funny. We could never play board games. We could never do games with each other because it would always end up just in some sort of fight. So yeah, we were really competitive, and everything we did, we tried to do the best at what we could do. And so I think those two things just instilled with us at a young age. And all of my siblings have those traits, and we've just continued to like work and work. And then we've had some coaches too that have done the same thing, that have really pushed us and kind of instilled that. So then it's almost like a non-negotiable, like the rest of your ways growing up, you know. And so it's like it sets a really good foundation.
Uh, was there a moment growing up where you kind of thought, hey, I might actually be able to pursue these dreams and have a shot at making it to the NHL? Like, what was that defining moment? Um, if you could even explain it.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. I think for me, when it really started to feel more real, though, was in my sophomore and junior year of college when scouts were coming to watch our Clarkson team play, and I was playing impactful hockey, and then obviously my junior year, fielding interest from NHL teams was like, oh wow, this is like this can happen here. There's a chance this can happen. So I think for me it was then, but I was never trying to look too far ahead in the journey, just trying to focus on getting better and where I was, and focus on being present and grounded. And I think for me that was able to help me not focus on what I can't control and just continue to work on what I could do. And then yeah. So I'd say probably my sophomore junior year of college.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know you signed as an undrafted free agent to Columbus. What was that process like? Because I think for a lot of our listeners, they don't understand that aspect of the game. They're just like, we have players that are in the NHL and they don't know the backside of that. So what was that, those steps of getting to the league and talking with teams to get signed and signing with Columbus?
Yeah, so my agent does a lot of like the head work with that, but the year before I went to they in the summer they have rookie camps after the draft, and they invited me as a free agent to their rookie camp, and so I was able to go there, get to know the organization, get to know the people there a little bit, and they had some interest even the year before, and so then after my junior year they still had the same interest, and there was some opportunity there, and my agent and I thought it would be a good fit, and it ended up just working out where it was the COVID season ended things, and then it was next year. So it was the whole NHL bubble playoffs, and then the taxi squad thing. So like I played my college season. Our college season ended early, and then there were still probably like 30, 40 games in the NHL that season. So it felt like a good opportunity for me to go. I went. So I signed with them when I started in Cleveland, which is their affiliate team. Played probably like 8 or 10 games, and then got my call up for my first game in Dallas. And it was COVID, so there was only half attendance and stuff. But I remember my family driving down there, and they drove like 10 hours to be there that day. So it was really really awesome moment and something I'll never forget.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how was that lap? You got your rookie lap in. Is it like, what's running through your head? Is it like, I've been skating my whole life, please don't fall in front of everyone? Or is it like, this is just a surreal moment?
It was a little bit of both. It was more for me like just don't stick handle, don't shoot a puck on the ice, like don't have an ice burner or something like that. So yeah, I definitely didn't want to fall though, and I was just trying to take it all in. So I think for the first even couple shifts, it was just like taking it all in. I remember taking my first face off against like Jamie Benn, and it was like even like Wes McCauley dropping it, and so for me I was like just starstruck by it all.
Yeah.
So I lost the face off clean, and it's just, yeah, all good fun though. But yeah, it was such a surreal moment to kind of get there and see have my family be there for that. Just
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here without them, and yeah, just very thankful and just have enjoyed the journey.
Backtracking a little bit, so what made you choose Clarkson U? Was it just the location, maybe some players that were already there, the coaches?
Yeah, so for me, the biggest thing was I was playing in juniors my second year. I wasn't committed yet. I didn't have a great year. And so there was a couple schools that were interested at the time, and they weren't necessarily fully bought in on me. They were like, we'll see how it goes. And I remember Clarkson ended up reaching out, and they were like, oh, yeah, no, we love you. We're all in. Like, we want you to come. We believe in you. And it was just that belief felt amazing. And then I went and visited, and it's a super small town up in Potsdam, New York. It's like an hour south of Ottawa. There's not much around it, but it's a really pretty area. It's great in the summers, and the community is like very, very supportive of the team, and it's almost like a little pro town. So I went up there, and I just had an awesome time, and it just felt like kind of like home, with that cliche. And I think for me, it seemed like the right fit, and so I was. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it ended up being there. So I know my parents always joke it's like 16 hours away. It's the hardest place to get to, but like I loved it there. So
yeah, you played with some great players on that team too. Like a name that popped out was Nico Sturm. He's a heck of a player. Yeah, I'm looking at your stats. You progressed so well. Like I guess that confidence in them just really made you turn it on. You had what is that 4 great years with them. You ended up getting assistant captain, then captaining the team in 2021. And you even won a championship, which is the White Law Cup is what they call it.
Yeah.
Unreal in 2019.
Not the White Claw.
No. We don't need any of that. No.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
It was awesome. We had a really good group a couple of years there, and we made the tournament my freshman year. We won an ECAC, so it was great. It was a perfect fit too with the culture and the people. So I absolutely loved my time there. Loved the guys, and was really really fortunate to be a part of that. Be part of Clarkson.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you seemed like you were kind of like a defensive specialist in a way while you're at Clarkson, because I think you won Defensive Player of the Year, if I'm not wrong. Do you think did Clarkson help develop that part of your game, or has that always been like a strong mindset you've had in your game when playing?
I've always tried to take pride in like the fundamentals and the basics and doing the right things, which is like staying on the D side of pucks and getting to the net, keeping people away from the net, like just chipping pucks in. That's always been a foundation in my game, and I think I've continued to learn from great players. And again, Nico Sturm was a great example of it. So my freshman year, he was on our team, and he was a guy that like he put up good points too, but like he was a guy that took so much pride in the D zone and did so many amazing little things. And so I think that's what helped him get to that level and has helped him succeed in NHL. And so it was really good for me able to see from him, learn from him. And so I had some really good players in front of me who I could learn kind of play the whole 200 foot, and the coaching staff there was great with it. They really taught the game really well, and they taught the defensive side really well. So I was very fortunate. It was a very good fit for me at Clarkson. I think that helped me really find my game and continue to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back to, I guess, being a leader, being an assistant captain and captain at Clarkson, and then looks like you had the A in Cleveland and Rochester as well. You know, what are the attributes that help you become a great leader like yourself? Is it just the way, like you said, the way you're brought out, the way you kind of play both sides of the puck?
I had a coach tell me one time that like every leader is different, and like you need to lead in the way you can lead. So I think every person has characteristics of a leader, and you need to kind of lean into those. And so some people are more vocal than others. Some people are more hardworking, more confrontational or non-confrontational. And so there's different ways that you can be a leader. And so I think for me, learning that I need to be a leader in the best way I can be. And that doesn't mean I do certain things. It means I stay within kind of my means. And then um, that's the way you lead. And so I think for me, I have always just tried to, like I said, I try to work hard and do things the right way, take care of my teammates, make sure they know they're cared for. And for me, those are the things that I always try to focus on, regardless of being a letter or not. Because I think
Yeah.
the beauty of hockey is that you only give a couple letters, but I think you can have so many leaders on the team, and so I think it's one of those things that like the game itself, you can continue to learn and grow and learn about yourself. And so I've had some really good coaches and some really good players that I've been able to learn from to kind of help me with that.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so who when you joined the Columbus organization, who was like a player that kind of did you have anyone like take you under your wing, like them under your wing that like helped guide your game, or anyone in Buffalo too? Like either or. Has there been any player that you've played with so far that's really helped grow your game?
Yeah, I've that's I don't know if there's any specific person, but there's been a lot of guys who've been really good to me and kind of helped me with a lot of things and um in different aspects too. So whether it's learning some skills from them or learning characteristics or learning kind of what I need to do off the ice or on the ice, how to take care of my body or but yeah, I've had a lot of guys kind of guide me and help me with certain aspects. And kind of help like watch over me, protect me a little bit. I play with actually a good example of I play with Brett Gallant in the American League. And, he's one of the toughest guys in hockey, and people don't really always know about him, but he was tough as nails, and he taught me a lot on the fighting side, understanding the dynamic of it and how it works. And then I was able to play with him too, and I felt like I could have gone out there and just sucker punched everyone and felt safe. So it was good to learn though from him and different players who, like I said, Nathan Gerby was great to me when I first signed. He invited me to his house. He like kind of took me in, and just a guy who works so hard and does everything the right way. And you see why these guys are so successful. So for me, I had to learn these things from some of these players, and they taught me that, but they were great with me. So I was very fortunate for a lot of the players in these organizations.
Yeah, that's so. I know there's pretty drastic change I've heard from playing in the AHL and playing in the NHL with just the lifestyle per se, because I mean,
Mhm.
you're on a bus a lot of the time, I think, in the AHL, and now you're on planes and all that. Um, what aspects of like the American Hockey League do you think helped you grow as a player? Because I've heard it's a tough league and
Mhm.
it's a grueling league. Do you think you're better off because you got that time in the AHL to really hone your skills?
Oh,
Like what,
absolutely.
yeah, what has translated to the NHL for
Yeah,
you from your time in the AHL?
yeah. So the American League was I had to learn a lot, especially at a young age, with different things like practice habits and how to take care of my body and just the understanding the grind of the schedule too, and playing so many games and playing back to backs or 3-and-3. So you learn so much through experience, and I think for me that was the thing that the American League helped me so much is you just get so much experience, and in a way it's there's a lot less pressure, and it's more about development because it's a development league. And so I was given a lot more opportunities when maybe it didn't make sense, but they were trying to develop me, so I was given those opportunities. And so I think for me, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my time in the American League.
Yeah.
And being able to kind of learn important skills and important values, and be able to take those with me to the like to a certain level, like the importance of like even just a face off, or being on the right side of the puck, or back checking, or these little details. And um, yeah, so I was very fortunate too to have some very good coaches in the American League that kind of helped me get to this point. And yeah, it's a grind. It's definitely a grind down there too with the bus and the travel, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's good too because you want to get to this level, so it pushes you, and you're with other guys that want to get there too, so you're all pushing each other. It's a very healthy competitive environment.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what was that like, especially for this year with you're coming up to Buffalo? Like, what is it like when do they pull you into the office and they're just like, "Hey, you're going up"? Like, how does that all work for you guys when you get called up?
Yeah, I know it's different from organization to organization, but most of the times it's the GM that'll give you the call that you're coming up or you're going back down, and they'll give you some explanation.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's ever changing in pro, and I had to learn that too, where things are always happening. There's injuries, there's sicknesses, there's trades, there's every different situation that can happen. So what I've learned is like things don't stay the same, and things change very fast. So you have to kind of stay even keel and just
Yeah.
focus on continuing to get better. So try not to focus on the outside noise because there's so many moving parts that you just need to keep doing your part.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the day and age with social media, there's so many opinions, and sometimes like 99% of them aren't right. So
Yeah.
you kind of just have to clear your head of all that junk. What's funny is you have Jarmo as your GM now. He was the GM of the Blue Jackets when you signed there. When he came in, what kind of message did he send? Could kind of jumpstart this little streak you guys got in Buffalo.
Yeah, you,
Did
you guys
the
are cooking.
did the did the
Yeah.
mentality kind of change? Like, and did maybe players step up and kind of follow suit with what message he sent in?
Yeah, he brought up compete was a big one for him, and he wanted us just to compete, and that's a big word that he always brings up. But I know that's been something consistent with. I remember my time in Columbus, and so I think yeah, guys have really kind of bought into it, and um, I mean he believes in the group, and we do too, and so I think yeah, I think for us like guys just. Yeah, guys are believing right now in what we're doing, and they're guys are buying in, doing the hard things, blocking shots, taking hits, like getting pucks deep when they need to, and really buying in the defensive side. I think it's been a big part of our success recently, and the talent is there. We have so much talent on this team, so it's been great to
Yeah.
see the buy-in, and it's been a lot of fun this last couple weeks.
I was gonna say, you guys have a great locker room full of talent that we
Yeah.
talk about the talent
Un-
in that locker room all the time. It's
yeah,
unbelievable.
it's been untapped too. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's the
it's
other thing. It was you guys had there's just so much there, and it's cool to see you guys. It's finally there, and it's finally
Mhm.
cooking, and like
yeah.
you guys are on that wagon, really, and it was fun to watch, and it was just like, and then you guys came into St. Louis, and we can kind of segue into that question where, what was it like coming to St. Louis and playing here?
Oh, it was unbelievable. is one of the best moments I've had in my entire career. Just having all my family and my friends there, and the people who were there for me and supported me throughout my career. So I mean, I grew up going to those games all the time and seeing it from that level. So it was crazy to be on the ice and kind of had like pinch myself a couple times during the game. So it was something that it was so special. So I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I think you got some extra shifts that game too, which is awesome to see. I think I looked at your time on ice and I was like, that's plenty more than his average. I loved it. So,
Yeah, no,
um,
they did me a little favor. They started me too, so it was a
oh
really nice
yeah,
gesture of
Yeah.
them, and my
awesome.
family really appreciated that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I know Mike and I always joke, we always figure out how we can get you in a trade to St. Louis because we'd like you to come home to this team. But with your time in Buffalo, what's the life like in Buffalo? Like, does it feel like a St. Louis where it's like a homey, like a big small town in a way?
Yeah, it's a little bit different here. The weather's very different
It's,
from St. Louis. It is very cold here. Snows quite a bit, but
yeah,
it's fun. It's a super blue collar city. They love the sports here, like the Bills Mafia. It's kind of the
yeah,
same thing, and we've been doing really well. So they've really come out and supported, and it's such an awesome place to play, and the atmosphere is so much fun. So for me, I've loved it, and I've really enjoyed it, and they care so much, and it's been great to um, yeah, it's been great to have the success recently, and they're on board with it, and it's the city's awesome. So I'm really enjoying my time here so far, and it's been a super fun place to play.
All right, what's your go-to wing spot in Buffalo? Because this is always the loaded question. I gotta ask.
Yeah, I my favorite's Bar Bill. I
Okay.
think that's the best, but I mean, there's so many good ones here,
Yeah.
so I don't even want to like I can't say it's like it's my favorite. It's not the best.
Yeah.
It's my I'll say that.
um, so you scored your first NHL goal this year, which is awesome. It was against your former team in Columbus. A lot of emotion we saw. It's great selling and everything. Saw you jamming in home in front of the net, which we appreciate a lot as
Yeah.
Blues
That.
fans. Just we don't see it very often, so it's great to see. Just explain the feeling. What was it like? Just like was it like a monkey off your back, or was it just like elation? You know?
It was both. I think it felt so nice to get that out of the way because everyone's always like, oh, like your first goal, it's a big moment. So it felt great to kind of have that, and especially it was in the third period too. It was actually against my former goalie who I played with in
Oh
Cleveland, so
yeah,
it's kind of
Jet.
funny
Okay.
that I got it on him. So we had a good laugh about it after the game. But yeah, it was just awesome to kind of get that accomplishment, and it was a really cool feeling, and yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah,
I was
Josh.
gonna say your time in Buffalo. So you play on a pretty big boy line there on that fourth line there in Buffalo. Uh, I mean, you guys all throw your body around. What is like? Do you guys like? Is your mission just to be the disturbers out there, play a really strong forecheck game? Because I know Jordan likes to mix it up,
Mhm.
and I had the pleasure to meet Jordan one time, and he's a great guy. Um, but what is like your guys' mentality? I know it's the effort and the work effort, but what do you guys always aim to do each game?
Yeah, so we all offer kind of different things with our game. We all have big bodies, and it's kind of a nice little thing we have going because Malenstein's he's so fast, but he's so strong. He's so good in the forecheck, and he hits guys so hard that nobody wants to go get a puck back when you dump it in. So, but no, he does a great job there, and we want to play like just in the O zone, keep the puck down there, keep it away from the D zone. So like guy like Greenway protects the puck so well. So does Malenstein. So a lot of our what we're trying to do is just play a very physical brand of hockey because that's all three of our strengths, and try to make it as physical as possible. And whether it's cycling the puck or on the forecheck or in the neutral zone, just make it as difficult as we can. And it's been really good, and it's been a lot of fun to play with those two guys.
Yeah, I bet. I have no doubt. And then my other question to kind of building off your team in Buffalo, what's it like playing for Lindy Ruff? I mean, he's a legend in the game. He's coached forever. I mean, he's just a wealth of knowledge. I have no doubt it I would have been starstruck kind of playing for Lindy Ruff just for how long he's been in the league. What's it like having him as your coach?
It's been great. Like I said, he has so much experience with the game, and he knows the game in and out. And so it's been great to kind of just learn every day from him and what he's seeing and how he evaluates and what he looks for and that's not how he teaches. It's very impressive, and it's been great for me to learn that. And like I said, I've had some great coaches along the way, so it's nice to have another great coach with a lot of experience and just learn different things. But he's been awesome, and it's been great.
So we finish up every episode kind of with these last couple questions,
Okay.
a fun one, and then like one that we like to ask. If you could give one bit of advice to a young hockey player, either in St. Louis or anywhere, what would you give them, and what would you have liked to have heard at a young age for like trying to make it to the next level in hockey?
Yeah, I know it is a cliche, but work hard and enjoy it, because if you want to get to this level, you have to enjoy it. You have to push yourself. But it's such a fun game, and it's just you got to work and understand that your development isn't the same as everybody else's. So it could take a little bit longer, it could take less time, but just be patient with yourself and trust your process.
Yeah. No, I think that's what we've tried to convey in a lot of these episodes with all the NHL alumni and NHL players and college collegiate players you've had, is that you can get there. You just got to
Mm-hmm.
be willing to put the effort into the work in. And I think that's the common thing we get from almost everyone is care about your teammates, care about the game, and just keep going in the direction. You're going to go backwards, you're going to go forwards. And I think it's just finding your game and pushing yourself to that next level. And I'm glad you feel the same way. It's cool to
Mm-hmm.
see you all have similar mindsets in a way, but all have different aspects in how you go about it. And it's really cool to see. Lastly, since you're a St. Louis guy, what is your go-to St. Louis restaurant or food? We've had a wide gamut here. We've had crazy bowls and wraps was what someone said, which I was
Really,
like, yeah,
really,
that's
okay, okay. I don't get me wrong. I like Crazy Bulls, but I wouldn't call it number one. I
yes.
think I like Pappy's the best, just because I think the
Okay.
barbecue is so good in St. Louis, and I think that's like the best barbecue place in my opinion. So I really like Pappy's. But I mean, there's so many good places, so it's like you can just name 1,000 places. But if you need one, that's the one. So
That's the one.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a good choice.
Yeah. All right. Lastly, I know so the Olympics are coming up. There's a little bit of a rivalry in your household because you're a little Team Canada, a little
yeah,
USA.
yeah.
Are you gonna rock the T-shirt with the USA Canada this year again for the Olympics? How are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I got one of those now, and then my sister made a USEH shirt, so it's USA, and it has the Canadian logos,
Ah,
and it's kind of a clever little pun there. So
yeah.
Love it.
so I'll be rocking the very neutral jerseys and neutral shirts as much as I can. So no,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Joy, my girlfriend Ella, and it's such a awesome experience for both of them, and yeah, I'm so excited for both. So it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
no. Well, we can't thank you enough for coming on the podcast with us, and we really do appreciate you. And for those of you tuning in, guys, if you're a young hockey player in St. Louis or anywhere, like St. Louis is producing great hockey players. You just got to put the effort in and the work in, and Josh is a prime example of that. So we cannot thank you enough, and thanks for hopping on with us.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Josh. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. Welcome here to the 5 Minute Major podcast of STL, presented by Across the Board. Yes, that's right. We are now partnered with Across the Board Handcrafted Unique Entertainment, which is a one-of-a-kind St. Louis-based company that creates some of the best games in the country. They have games ranging from horse racing to NASCAR, baseball to hockey. Across the Board provides quality entertainment for all ages. Here's one of their penny hockey games that we were able to partner with them on. So it has our logo, which is super cool. You can play this game at home. You can display it in your man cave. There's so many different potentials that you can do with these games. But you should check them out, guys.
We couldn't be happier to have Kim McDaniel and her company on as a sponsor or partner. Her and her husband started this company from their garage 17 years ago, and it's blossomed into something so cool and amazing. You will learn lots more about them. So please stay tuned and make sure to check their links in the description below to know more about the McDaniel story and across the board.
Unreal, bro, Josh.
Great, Josh. We could not have had a better player on to interview as our first active NHL player. He is a class act.
Oh, yeah.
He is really coming into his own, I feel like, this year in the NHL. And representing St. Louis. And played on some pretty solid teams growing up. And then went to Clarkson and played on a pretty great team. Shout out Clarkson University. He had nothing but the best about that university.
Yeah.
And happy to see that he really took what he learned there and it's really applying to his game in the NHL.
This goes to show how many people you play with, like at the younger levels, and then as you're working your way up, you kind of learn who's good and who's like not able to make it, kind of. And he played with some unreal talent.
Yeah. Brady, Keller, Brown, Wall,
Trent Fredericks in the NHL.
And then a number of guys that went on to play very competitive D1 hockey.
Oh, yeah. He had Nico Sturm on his championship team at Clarkson, of all people. Yeah. He's a cup champion now. Unbelievable. Yeah. Great interview. Hopefully we get some more guys on, and some more PWHL players too. We're always reaching out, and we're excited for what's to come for 2026, man. What a way to start it, huh?
Yeah, we're hitting the ground running, and we had a nice little break off, and I'm happy. 2026 has been one hell of a start for me, so I'm really happy and pumped.
Yeah, congrats to you, bud, for the engagement. It's unbelievable.
Thanks.
The pictures were great. The little cute little video of you doing the TikTok trend was funny.
Yeah.
Congrats, bud. It's amazing. So happy for you. Can't wait.
Thank you.
To have some drinky poos on the dance floor.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited. Very excited for the wedding to come. 2027.
Awesome. Who's not having a good start to 2026 is the St. Louis Blues. Woo! They are stinky, as we know, but I think it's finally unfolding into what it should be, which is everyone needs to go. Everyone needs to go. I'm not holding back on
new core
who can and can't go.
The new core is the youth.
Yeah, it's Stavorsky, Stenberg, Broberg, Holloway. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Are coming out in trade rumors. Thomas, for the first time, has been listed as a guy that would they move him.
You know what? I put a tweet out and had some really interesting replies.
Yeah.
And
I did like some of these moves. Yeah.
I liked them too. I was like, heck yeah. I said, don't hold back.
Some of them were good.
No one held back.
No, some were good hockey trades, though.
I agree. Here, let me find it.
While he's kind of looking that up, I will run through some Blues news. Kelly Chase was honored with the True Blue Award. Al Arbor, Barrett Jackman, and Alexander Steen were inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame. And we're going to talk about some trade rumors here in a sec. Robert Thomas is day-to-day with a lower body injury, and Nick Bukestad is back in the lineup. And Joseph is placed on the injured reserve list for an elbow infection.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh, that's a shame, bud.
So
he's one of the few players that have the motor and they play hard. He's just not good.
Well, it's just
not good enough to play.
The system is not good for him.
Maybe just the system's not good at all. We know the power play's not good at all. We know that, but Steve Ott's not going to get fired because it's.
But
Steve
I'm not going to lie. I watched Ottawa's power play, and they pass and pass and pass.
Maybe it's a lack of confidence then.
Yeah,
I'm sure their power play wasn't bad before. Was it bad before the whole debacle?
They have just kind of fallen off a bridge, much like the Blues.
Yeah.
But also, you just got Shabbat back, and you have Jake Sanderson. There's no reason for your power play.
It's the goaltending. The goaltending's awful. Really killing.
We got a goalie if you need one.
That'd be funny. Okay, here's the tweet. So I said, Blues fans, give us some mock trades involving core pieces from the Blues. ... Don't hold back! Exclamation point.
The Band-Aid was ripped off immediately. There was no holding back in any of these.
At the Frog, them Psy said, pick any of them from the Canes for Kotkaniemi. Is that it? Kotkaniemi and Nadeau, and then he says the Canes would need to retain on KK. If you throw, he's saying if it's a higher price piece, I'm guessing that's like a Thomas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would need to throw in a Blake or a Stankoven, and I'm like, ooh,
They're
now
not trading Stankoven.
I don't think Stankoven would get traded. I do like the idea of Blake. I do. He mentioned Svetch, but Svetch is way too valuable for that team, I think. But
I think Svetch is entering the realm of needing a
he's great.
Change of scenery.
Year. No, I don't agree with you. He's so good this year.
He's got 12 goals, 23 assists, 35 points.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's 399 points in 524 games.
So he would basically be your replacement for Kyrou, I guess.
Yeah. And Stankoven is 46 games. He has 22 points, 10 goals, 12 assists.
Yeah, kind of a down year then. He's a gamer though.
He's 43.9% on the dot.
Yeah. All right, here's the next one from Ben Gallen, and I actually kind of like this idea.
Is this the LA trade?
No. Just to like flip it and get us out of a cap hell, or reduce the cap hell to like a year, basically. He said we're flipping Boosh for Dougie Hamilton. He said both can use a change of scenery, and with Suter and Holloway nearing their returns, a shakeup is soon to come. I'm like, okay, if Boosh waves it to go to New Jersey, who stink right now, Dougie is literally being forced to be traded because he's playing so bad and because his contract's so bad. It's only 2 years left, I believe, on the Dougie contract. So you're basically reducing your cap hell from 7 years to 2. So I was like, I don't mind it. I go, if we can get 2 decent years out of Hamilton to end his contract and flip him for a prospect in his final year and then get Boosh off the books in any way possible, I like it.
Yeah. Do they make that trade, though?
I mean, I don't think Dougie would come here.
I don't know that.
Unless we're not on his trade list.
I don't see
it would be Boosh's it would be Boosh's choice, basically. Because he has his trade whatever.
Yeah. I think he may flourish a little bit better in New Jersey because he's a defensive-minded or a forward. So like they don't need him to be a scorer. They need him to play.
He's a replacement for Palat.
Yeah, a younger Palat,
but an expensive one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That contract's so bad, bud. I can't believe it. The Tyler Tucker fan page said, "Boosh for a bag of Funyuns and a gallon of whole milk," which I loved. I love that. Like, I love having fun with everybody on Twitter rather than just making it so serious. Like,
yeah.
We're crappy, whatever, man. Like, let's have a little fun.
Yeah.
He also put out there Kyrou, Shen, or Boosh and Falk to the Sens for Brady. Which I would definitely say yes to, but they're not taking that.
I don't even know if that would work under the cap.
Well, we would have to retain on all of them.
And Doug, you can only retain on 2 players at a time.
So we would be retaining like fully on Kyrou.
So current cap space, they have $4.7 million in cap space.
Yeah, it's nearly impossible.
What's
Brady's contract? 9?
8.2.
So that negates Kyrou, but then they take on 6.5 and another 8.2. So we would need to retain fully on Shen.
And we can take Perron off their hands.
We'll take Perron and Brady. We'll take Perron, Brady. I don't know.
Zug.
Well, I said I don't know what the price for Brady is because I think it would be more like a Kyrou and Shen. You retain on both, and you give up
I
maybe a
think
prospect and a freaking pick.
Kyrou and Shen, and you retain half of Shen's contract, and they get Kyrou straight up.
I mean, it would work, but they would have no cap space. So I think we'd need to give more. You'd have to give like a first round pick as well to make it worth it, or prospect
Yeah,
and a first.
I don't know what else you could take unless you're trying to get Shane Pinto, but they're not trading him.
No.
Oh, we can get my boy. You know who I got to see score? Fabian
Who's that?
Zetterlund, baby.
Dude, he's so
Fabian.
good. He just
I take
re-signed there.
Fabian. Yeah,
I would take
I
Fabian too. He's a gamer. Hey, more Europeans on my team. I'm serious. More.
Yeah.
Here's the LA trade that you liked and I liked too. It's actually the one that like
This is the most
we
realistic.
win the trade. I think LA would ask for more probably.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
Steven, shout out Steven. I think he's a Vianney alum.
Yeah, he might be.
He is. He's a Vianney alum with the SIU for soccer. So shout out Steven Bibas or Bibas. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. He says the Blues are sending Thomas and a 3rd round pick to the LA Kings, and we get Byfield and Brant Clark back. I'm taking the trade.
Yeah.
We're taking Brant Clark and Quentin Byfield, who is basically Shen and can play up the middle and is gamer. And we're giving them Boohoo Thomas and a 3rd round pick. That means nothing. But I love Thomas. He's our best player by far. He controls the game when he has the puck, if he has the puck. It's just everyone else around him stinks so bad.
I think
he gets frustrated, and I understand
it. Comes down that we need to actually get a superstar winger to play with him.
Yeah. If he was older when Tarasenko was around, dude, Tarasenko would have had 50 goals a year.
Mm-hmm.
But he just different generation. I agree with you completely. So maybe it's not Thomas, maybe it's Kyrou, another, and a pick.
Yeah,
instead.
If you're getting a Byfield, which I don't know, he was supposed to be the center of the future there.
He's not having a great year.
No. So it's a hard spot to be at.
It's also just mock trades for fun. Like,
this is true.
And
we still do multiple trades on how we could get Josh Dunne to St. Louis.
Hey, we had that Buffalo trade last episode, which I actually don't mind.
Yeah.
But the way he was talking, man, that locker room doesn't need much.
That locker room's solid.
I think maybe you add a vet or two, depth players that are some older depth guys, and go for it. Why not? You're in a playoff spot for now.
Honestly, the team that I see the Blues making a deal with is Detroit.
Falk to Detroit.
Falk to Detroit.
And they've been asking about Rasmus Anderson. I'm sure they've been asking about Falk. They might be asking about more.
What if you do a Falk and a Kyrou to Detroit?
What are you getting?
We get
Emmett Finney,
and Alexei Sandopeka-Likonen.
Sure. Make the trade.
That's you get a right-handed shot defenseman who's a Swede.
Yep.
And Finney, who can be your true second-line center. And which allows...
Maybe. He's still a baby, Or you're banking on it, right?
You're banking on it. So
he would be your third, though, because hopefully we get Ivar Stenberg.
Well, Ivar's not a center.
Oh, well, you have him on the... I see. So Dvorsky's your second-line center behind Thomas. Your third-line center's Emmett Finney. You have Stenberg's on the side of Dvorsky. Yeah, now we're talking. Or Ivar with Thomas.
Ivar, I also, you could add a Soderblom
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
6'8", 252. He's 24
Bring him
years
on.
old.
That is a big boy. Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Or I'm just
Logan
looking
Stanley.
No. I don't want that. No.
He's huge, though.
He is. I don't know who else you'd want out of this team. Andrew Kopp.
No, he's not going anywhere. They're like the best line right now with him with Kaner.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm a Red Wings fan, so I've been keeping track. Been watching all their games.
I think you would be asking for one of Simone Edvinsson or Alexei Sandopek-Likanen.
Yeah.
You're adding another
If you're giving them Kyrou, then yes. Because, dude,
and both of them are
Kyrou playing with any of those guys would score more. But does he have the effort level that the locker room likes?
Yeah, the other option would be Bennington is involved in this deal.
So Bennington, Falk. Yeah, but then the contracts get weird because that's a lot of money going out.
Bennington, Falk, you're getting Cam Talbot back.
Who I love.
Yeah. Who could be a good mentor. Really a 2A, 1B. I don't know. Would they be willing to do like a Lucas Raymond trade?
No, he's their best player.
If you say
besides Larkin, I guess. No, Raymond's not going anywhere, bro. No. I don't know. It's an interesting time. I would say yes to almost any trade at this point. We'll see what happens at the trade deadline and in the offseason. I think the offseason's where the real big ones are going to happen.
I truly think Armstrong knows this team is not in a good spot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's selling at the deadline. And I think this may be the first deadline that we see him accept the fact that his price for his players may be a little too high and just say, like, I need cap freedom and let Steen have cap freedom.
I agree. 100%. I'm sure Steen has a clear mind of things. He always seems to be that way. So
the concern, I almost feel like it's a disappointment if we get Verhoff or McKenna. Because I'm so bought in on Ivar because
me too.
I think Verhoff to me does not seem like the guy.
Doesn't he kind of feel like a Parayko?
He feels like
he's a 2B.
He feels like an Eric Johnson, where we are like, this guy's gonna be the guy, and then he's good. He'll have a decent career, but he's just not a Pietrangelo.
Yeah. See, and Ivar Stenberg is like your next. I'm telling you, man. I agree with you 100%. Stenberg is. If I'm drafting first, any team, Jets, whoever is going to be first, I'm drafting Ivar Stenberg. I just am.
Yeah.
He's playing with real men right now in Swedish league. His point per game, and he's just super strong. One of his teammates was on the Chicklets game notes with Merles and Army, and he was saying just how strong Stenberg is. Like. Yeah. It's wild. And
here's the thing. Vancouver, I don't think they need a wing.
Well, they just need anything.
I think they're a Verhoff.
Yeah, they want to kind of backfill Quinn.
Backfill Quinn, and with Zeev, you get a guy that can play with Zeev Buium for the future.
Yeah.
That fixes that, because you're about to lose Tyron Myers here in a couple of years.
Legend.
Yeah. Jets, they concern me that they would take an Ivar Stenberg.
They probably would, because their forward depth is god-awful. And we're seeing it.
Do you take a Swede, or do you bank on getting a Canadian player that then brings your fan base to support Winnipeg?
I think...
the Jets, I think
the top three people are just going to take the best available player.
Yeah, because I think realistically the Jets won't be in the bottom three by the end of the year, because with goalies,
Really? You think they're gonna kind of pick it back up and be in like a Nashville spot, like a mushy middle? Like,
Yeah, I think they'll mushy middle it unless they sell
wow.
off.
So I'm afraid the Blues are gonna do that, man. I'm really afraid we're gonna do it, and we're
I
gonna
think
have like an eighth pick.
no, but this is the thing. I think Armstrong is like, nope, we're.
Well, I agree. I agree.
And I did you see the rumor on X that it was basically like Armstrong came out? He's like, I don't care if we make the playoffs or not because we're not going beating
We're not
Colorado
gonna.
in the first round.
No one's beating Colorado in the first round,
Yeah, so like,
but this team especially would get wiped. Like it wouldn't even. We might as well just not play.
the other thing is, if you're trading players, are you trading for draft picks or are you trading for players?
Well, I think that's where Army might be making mistakes because,
Bullheaded because he's going to want players.
yeah, he doesn't want to be bad. No one wants to be bad. That's why he's made recent trades in the last 5 years to try and stay relevant.
I still think if you call Columbus and you put a package that gets Kyrou, because I think Kyrou is the bridge is burnt.
I know, and I feel so bad for him because he has had 4 amazing years back to back to back to back to back, and the fans destroyed his psyche. And I blame the fans. And I'm a part of that. I mean, I don't remember if I said anything bad about him. I might have behind closed doors or whatever, but like, dude, his mental is gone because of the way he's been treated. And I don't care. Oh, you're an athlete. You should just block it all out. We talked about it with Josh, like Josh Dunne off camera. Like, it's hard, bro. It's hard to not think about what others are feeling about you when you're an athlete or just in general. Because we're all so severely online. And it's just this day and age. And Kyrou's younger than us, bro. Like,
But I will give the credit to Josh. He's like, it's a short memory. You just keep going.
Right.
You just the ebb and flows. That's the life of an NHL player. Every day is different, and it's condensed schedule, and that this year and everything. Like everyone's banged up, everyone's battling through. It's just you just keep pushing.
Yeah, and other people are raised differently, right? I mean, it's hard to tell what someone's thinking, and then you just make up information, and it causes them to not be confident in themselves or whatnot. So, or not feel the support. So that's a big no. It's just hard. But I understand the human aspect is like you watch it and you're like, where's the effort? And then you complain, and then you already have a predetermined notion about how things are playing anyway, and then you see one mistake and it flips, like you just flip out and your head's gone. So, but I do agree that the bridge is burnt. I agree. If he leaves, he's going to dominate where he goes. He's going to be a 70 point guy, 30 plus goals for 8 more years.
Yeah, the thing is, where does he go?
I like the Columbus idea. They need a scoring winger. They need something with some electricity up there.
I don't think Falk would be willing to waive a no trade to go there.
Really? To play with Werenski, Provorov, Fantilli. I mean, they're not winning though. That's the issue.
The issue is the standings. Because
Detroit makes way more sense for Falk.
Yeah, and then Columbus
but Kyrou would love that.
Place in the Metro.
Kyrou would love it because I don't think he cares about any of that. I mean, I'm sure he does, right? I'm sure he cares about making the playoffs and whatnot, but the noise up there is so minimal. And he's able to just play with Fantilli and whatnot. And freaking Marchenko.
If we're doing that, though, I want...
You want Marchenko?
Marchenko, or if I'm not getting Marchenko, I want Mason Marchment and Voronkov.
Voronkov?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that might even be an underpay.
Yeah, Isaac Lundstrom.
I do like Marchment, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's hard. It's hard to determine. I don't mind that idea. There's a lot of things that need to happen, probably won't happen, or things that we might not think are going to happen and then happen, and we're like, "What's happening?" And
I just think
happen.
it's gonna something's gonna happen, and I think it's gonna players are gonna move. I really
I
think
know.
we're at the point where like we're gonna have to build it. Like we're gonna have to do what the Cardinals are doing right now.
Yeah, no more beating around the bush. It's time.
Yeah.
It's time. It's okay, and it's time. That's okay. All right, let's run through the last 3 games. It was a loss in Chicago, blowout. Yeah. Stenberg got a really nice first NHL goal, though. It was nasty. We didn't even win 40% of faceoffs. We were 0 for 5 on the power play. The Hawks were 3 for 4. Bennington let in some softies, and we literally didn't get a point from our top 6. Next game in Utah after a 2-day break, Schmaltz and Keller show. They just picked us apart.
As always.
They do it always. We were as plus 0 goal differential in the second period, though. Both teams scored 2. We were only 44 on the faceoffs, 0 for on the power play. Utah was 1 for 3. And then we went to Vegas the next night, lost 4-2. We actually scored a power play goal. We were 57% on the faceoffs. We laid way more hits. We blocked way more shots. We didn't have as many giveaways. We literally, the top 6 actually performed and had some production. Broberg got hurt. Stone hit, bro. I don't know. No one hits like that.
Yeah.
That felt like a sweep. It felt like a slew. It looked like a slew in the still images.
It was a semi slew. I get. It's a
like
gray area. I think a lot of it's because we don't like Stone.
Yeah, but he's done it before. He's done stupid crap like that before.
It's much like PK Subban also did stupid crap like that continuously, but also never got called.
Slew-footed guys. Straight up.
So
this was borderline. I agree.
Yeah.
It's a fast play, but no one hits like that. It's just a weird play. Supposedly Broberg's all right, though.
He's in concussion protocol.
Yeah, but supposedly he's okay.
Yeah.
Props to Chen. You're right.
Yeah. Chen went and beat the crap out of Stone.
Beat the heck
Ripped
out
his jersey. Yeah. Fanatics, way to go, guys. Making a heck of a jersey that can just get torn in half.
It was awesome. He looked beaten and battered, which that's the stuff that makes me never want Shen to leave. He needs to retire, Blue.
Yeah.
He's one of the last captains to do that.
Yeah.
Seriously. And shout out to Mark Stone for doing it too.
Yeah,
he accepted the dang fight.
He accepted the fight. He knew it was coming, so good on him.
Yeah. That's old school hockey right there, man. Seriously. That's the way it should be. You police your own game. Yeah, but Blues are on a 3-game losing streak. It's not going to get much better. We have 2 of the best of the East coming to town starting tonight. Carolina, starting in about an hour. Recording this. Thomas is out day to day with a lower body. Don't really know what that's about.
Sounds like a lingering injury.
Just a maintenance, yeah. Bukestad's in, so Bugie's back.
Schenner's your first line center.
So, Shen is first line center with Stenberg and Snuggie on the wings, which I don't mind. And then Dvorsky's centering Kyrou and Neighbors on the second line, which is wild.
Bucci is your third line winger playing with Bugie.
$8.5 million on the third line with Bugstad. It's a joke. And then,
props to Berggren. I think Berggren earned himself a contract if he can finish out this year.
I know, seriously. We just need to keep the scrappy guys. Seriously.
He's scrappy, but stupid untapped potential.
I think so, yeah. He needs to work on the two-way game, but he can score for sure. If you put him out there with Stenberg, he's going to be happy.
Yeah. I think Otto to me looks like the best rookie out of any of them.
I agree.
Devo is going backwards a little bit, in my opinion. I think Devo's not going to be a first or second line center long term.
He might have to be second for now.
Second, but I think Devo is a really good third line center.
Yeah, he's like your Marco Rossi.
Yeah.
Marco Rossi, I guess, is a little bit better, but still.
Yeah.
I agree. Our last D pairs Mayu and Kessel because Broberg's out, so they're going to be thrown into the fire a little bit, and it's fine. I think it should be that way. Throw them in.
At this point, like everyone's playing. Like I don't care. We're not short shifting people. Like I
agree.
The season to me is a wash. Like
it's more than a wash, brother. It's bad.
You need to be in the top 3.
Yes. Draft picks.
Realistic draft picks. So tank, sell the players you can sell. Get as much open cap going into next year for Steen.
Yep.
And probably sign Panarin on a 2-year deal at $13 million.
I don't want that guy. It's just going to make Bush even worse.
But you complain about not. I mean, Panarin probably would be the guy that could play with Thomas.
Well, of course, but we're getting 2 years of a 35-year-old Russian. Like, just send him back to KHL. I don't want him here. Or just keep him in New York for another year. Like,
yeah, we'll see.
Old.
You need a change. This locker room needs a change. This franchise needs a top player to actually draft.
Yeah. The bad part about everything is
this year, next year, Carbonneau's here next year, Stenberg's here next year, playing permanently.
They should be.
So, I don't know. Joseph's gone.
Yeah, yeah. All your players that you think can get you a draft pick need to go and you need to get a draft pick.
Yeah. Prop Zach Dean is picking up where he left off. He's playing solid down in Springfield. Really happy to see that. A lot of people wrote him off, and I know you traded Barbashev for him, but give the man a break. Like, he was the best we could get back in return from Barbashev, and he still has a lot of potential to be a decent center for you.
Yeah.
But then again, we're trading for Josh Dunne one way or another, so we'll have our fourth line center in the future. So. As always, guys, thank you.
Well, hold on. After the Carolina game, we get a 2-day break, and then we're staying home, and then we play Tampa Bay. And my notes say, good luck. Good luck. That team's going to pick us apart, man. They've been injured too, but the coach,
John Cooper, is keeping them alive.
And the players have picked up the slack. Radish is like a new beast, this guy. What are we talking about? It's just people want to be there. That's the difference. And it's so weird to see like the alumni, they do the True Blue Award, which is great, and the Hall of Fame inductions, which is awesome. And they talk about the good old days, and it's a community and it's a family. And I agree that it is, but like the locker room doesn't feel that way from a fan's perspective. Yeah. So where is that at? I don't know. Things need to change. I agree. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I just this thing. Jesus.
Oh man. Fun little chaotic episode. Great interview though. And
yes.
We'll try to get another episode done this weekend. We'll get back on a nice little routine, and we'll see how the Blues play tonight. And we'll see. I don't know. I'm not very optimistic anymore about this team. And I'm tired of seeing rumors nonstop that we're going to trade someone and still no one moving. So ready to see some form of movement, or like, I feel like the meme of a stick just poking, do something.
Oh yeah, do something. I love that meme.
That's what I feel with Doug right now. So we will see. Blues are in action 0-0 with 18:40 left in the first period as of right now. Ottawa's taking it to Vancouver. Good for you. Vancouver's trash. So it's Columbus.
We need to end this.
All right.
We're ranted. Oh man, we're loopy.
As always, thanks guys, and let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues, baby.